afternoon, ladies. Welcome. While I'm holidaying all the way in Galway, you are now going to do some cooking. So let's see how we get on. Right. You have, as usual, your two bags. This first bag, which is the one that has the chicken in it, has an awful lot in it. So I'm just going to explain what you have. You have some parsley in here and some garlic powder. Now they are for the mayonnaise. It's not on the recipe, but I thought it'd make a great addition to your kebabs that you're doing. The oil that you have is actually for both the chicken and for the rice. You have 3 gloves. Now you might ask, 3 gloves. Reason being, 2 for the chicken that you're going to do, and this one because you have some chili, and I want to make sure that you don't burn your fingers, so you use that on the hand that touches the chili. First thing you do, folks, just make sure that you turn your oven on 180 to 200 degrees. It all depends. You know how fast your oven is. You want it quite high. Some ovens operate good at 180, but if it's an old oven, I'd stick it on 200 degrees. That's 400 degrees Fahrenheit, gas 6, I think. Then you have some tin foil, and that's for your tray. And I have my tray here, and what I'm going to do is, while I have it in my hand, I'm going to open it up and stick it on like so. Just put that back there. That'll be for later. And then you have 2 containers, and 3 containers, sorry, you have 2 containers. You have this one here, which we'll use later on, and that's got lettuce in it. That goes with the garnish, or the salad, mayonnaise and so on, that's there. And you have 1 piece of Pitta bread. You also have this, and these are your skewers, and I've wrapped them up. They should be wet, but if you have a chance, just soak them before you use them, just in a bit of cold water, that's all, just to stop them burning when they're in the oven. Right, now just take that out of the way. So there's your skewers, they go with your chicken. There's your Pitta bread, and your Pitta bread will be, instead of, I think it says, I couldn't work it out, it's ciabatta, and it's cut into slices. I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do with it because there's no instruction, but I thought this is a nice healthy one, and you might like to try that. And before I start preparing that, the other bag, this one here, has got a few things in it, not much. It's rice and peas, and so you'll have some black pepper, some Basmati rice this week, okay? Same time, between 10 and 12 minutes to cook that in boiling water, and for a pack like this, I've used 1.5 litres of water. By the way, Tracy, I have put salt into it. And then I have some peas. All right, and there's your peas. And that is that dish. So we stick that on away for now. I'm going to, while I have a chance, I'm going to put my boiling salted water on to boil. And once that starts to boil, I'll stick my rice in. But for now, I'll leave that to one side. I've just left that to one side, and what we're going to do is we're going to start on the chicken. Right, I'll prepare the vegetables. In here you'll also see you have this here, this is rosemary. That's lovely, okay? And you don't have to use this, you don't have to use the rosemary either, but you don't, this here I've just added in as addition as well. And you smell that, that's smoked paprika, and that's what gives your kebab or your grilled food that sort of done on the barbecue flavour that you have. And you'll smell it and you think, it smells a little bit like Burger King. Not that I've ever tried a Burger King burger, but it smells like that. So your vegetables. I'm going to take them all out and I'm going to put them on the chopping board. And the reason being, the tomato, there was a tomato in there and I wouldn't work out. So what I've done is, I couldn't work out where that goes, so I'm going to stick that with the salad for now, all right? That's the tomato. But you have your pepper, your courgette, your chili, some mushroom, some onion, and again, I have 2 pieces of onion. The smaller piece, this piece here, you can see there's 2 pieces. The smaller piece I'm going to put with this salad. The smaller piece, this smaller piece I'm going to put with the salad. And we have lemon, right? And the lemon is actually used to marinate the chicken. But we're going to prepare the vegetables for now. I'll cut the mushrooms. I'm going to cut the mushrooms into quarters like so and put them in there. I'm leaving the stalks on, you can see, but that's fine. That'll help to give a little bit of garnish or make it look quite interesting, the dish. The courgette, there's a number of ways you can do this. In the recipe you see it says ribbon. Now I don't really know what it means by ribbon, because if you look at the picture I can't associate it with it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into pieces like that. How thick? I'd say maybe centimetre thick. All right, you can see, right? So nearly a nail thick. And I'll put those in like so, 1, 2, 3. And I'll try to get 6 out of that, and the reason being because I'm doing 2 kebabs and I want to have even pieces. And let's hopefully now with the mushroom, I've considered the same. You see with the peppers, this is called the pith. So remove the pith. And I'll cut this into 3, and I'll cut the other piece into 3. Now, again, it means I can have 3 pieces on each kebab. The chili I won't touch yet. With this, I'm going to cut in half like so. I'm going to remove this part here. This is actually the stalk, or the furry end. I'll take that off like that. Peel it. And then I'll take the top bit off because it looks a bit raggedy. And then that goes in like so. 1, give me 3 pieces here too. I can hear in the background my water is boiling. So look at the clock. And so from here, I'm going to give it 12 minutes for my rice to cook. Remember, 1.5 liters of water, and in the rice goes for 12 minutes approximately. Just looking. Again, the onion, we just cut that into 3 pieces. Well, when I say cut it, I'm just going to tear it into 3 pieces. I'm trying to have even amounts on everything. My rosemary, I'm going to stick straight in there. And my smoked paprika, I'll put in there too. Okay. Now remember, I might be going a little bit quick, but you have the advantage. You can put this on pause and you can do it in your own time. The chili, shall we? I'm going to get one of my gloves and I'm going to prepare it now. Cut it up the middle. I cut it into slithers like so. And then I'm going to chop this nice and fine. I'm really using the wrong knife for this. I'm going to put this knife back and I'm going to get my large, heavy chef's knife. And you can see that's lovely and fine. It's nice and fine, that is. And that's ready to go in with our vegetables. A spoonful of the oil, not too much. I'm going to cut this lemon in half. I'm going to squeeze in to my vegetables, which will be part of our marinade. Okay. And the final thing I'll do here is get my chicken breast. And I'm going to put that on the chopping board, and I'll cut this into about 8 pieces. That goes in like so. Mix it all around. Now you can add a little bit more oil to this if you wish, because you are going to drain it off, so it's not that much. It's not going to cook in the oil. When you put it into the oven on the tray, so you can see there's my kebab mix already made. Okay, all ready, and I'm going to stick that in the fridge and leave that for the moment to marinate. Just bear with me. Okay, now I have to clean my chopping board down and my knife. Right, I'm now going to prepare my salad stuff for the kebab. The quickest and easiest part to do is first the mayonnaise, and you'll see there's a small amount of mayonnaise in this tub, and to it you add your parsley. And you add your garlic powder. Like so. And then you mix them together. Now you have some lovely garlic mayonnaise, just like you get in the fish and chip shop. Not that I ever go to the fish and chip shop. Alright, so that's my mayonnaise, that's ready to use. I'm just going to prepare my salad. The onions, again, the hairy end, just cut that piece off. And I've cut this into nice thin slithers. I'm just watching the clock. I've got another 4 minutes to go on my rice. Stick that in like that. There you go, there's my onion. My tomato, I'm going to slice up. And you see, this here is the eye. That's the eye. And that is the other end. That's where the stalk would have come out of the tomato. And so I cut across the stalk, like so. And there's a reason why we do that. It's because it holds all the middle part of the tomato together. If we didn't do this, the tomato, the seeds would all fall out. Take your time, and that goes in like so. I'm going to cut this lemon in half again, and that's my garnish. I don't have to do anything with the lettuce. That's already pre-washed. And that's ready for you to use. So we'll stick that to one end. Right. Right, folks. Now you might have thought, why didn't you use both gloves when he was cutting up the chicken? Well, I felt I could get away with it because I was using this hand with a knife, and I just put that down on the chopping board, so that hand was saved. And now you're going to need both, because I'm now going to prepare the kebabs. Okay. There's my meat for my kebabs. Here's my tray. Tray's ready. There's my meat for kebabs. I have my pre-soaked skewers here, and we're going to start putting these on. First thing I'm going to put on is a piece of chicken, because I have 4 pieces of that. Then I'm going to put on a courgette, then a piece of mushroom, and a piece of onion, and a piece of pepper, and then another piece of chicken. Just squeeze those together like so. Just bring it all the way down the stick. Okay, that's just there so you can pick it up. There you go. So, we start again. Your chicken, your courgette, your mushroom, your onion. So I have 1 piece of chicken, 2 pieces of chicken. So I'll put another piece of chicken on now, and I put on a courgette, and then I put on a mushroom, and then I put on a piece of onion, and a piece of pepper. I'll get those on all the way down, and then you go courgette, and then you go mushroom, and then you go onion, a little bit more onion on there, and then you go pepper. I'm clever. Okay, and then we start again. Chicken, courgette, mushroom, onion, pepper. Wait till you're doing 500 of these. Okay, a piece of chicken. I put a courgette on. I put a mushroom on. And I put onion on. And I put chicken. And just finally, I did notice I've got a couple of pieces of mushroom left. And we'll stick those on. I did say, remember to have your oven preheated. I have mine on at 190 degrees. It is quite efficient. I'm going to take these off now. Remember, don't touch the chilies. If you wish, just whatever's left over, just stick it in like so. And we'll stick that on, and they'll take around about 20 minutes. Right, we're going to go and see how our rice is done. It should be, looking at the clock there, it should be just done. I'm going to take it out and put it into a bowl, and then I'm going to clean the saucepan out because I need to cook the peas. Right. I put my peas in my pan like so. Okay, so here are my peas. They're in my pan. They're all set. I'm going to add a tad of water, and just to it's really just a teaspoon of water gone into that. Just really a teaspoon of water has gone into that. I'm going to stick that on really quickly to cook. A small drop of salt. Alright. I get my rice now, and I'll open it up. That's the thing about basmati. It's got a nice fragrant flavour and smell. and they literally have come up to the boil straight away. Now, if you read the instructions, it says get a clean saucepan and start afresh and put the oil into the saucepan and then add the rice and the peas. I'm just going to add the oil to this here. This is a bit of light olive oil that I've used. I have my black pepper here. That goes in. Get my rice, I add that. See? And we'll just cook that for a minute. You can add a bit of salt as well. Just a small bit. Right, we're just still waiting for the kebab to finish. In the meantime, I'll just get my plates over here. Just show you. With your pita bread, the reason why I've kept it in cling film is to keep it as moist as possible. What you can do is, just very quickly, you can put it in for about a minute into your oven, like so. And I'm just going to get my salad and prepare my salad, just put it on the plate. There's no dressing on this. Some tomato. Now I know this is for two, or 2 pieces. You can add a little bit more if you wish. A little lemon. I did show you that little trick last week with the rice. If you put the rice into a cup, just about half the rice into the cup, like so, and then you squeeze it down. Turn it into the plate. Ooh, doesn't that look nice? Okay. I only put the pita bread into the oven for about a minute, less than a minute, and the reason being, what I want to do is just warm it up enough so I can slide the knife and make it into an envelope, so a pita pocket, and I'm just marking the edges like so. You might have seen them do this in kebab shop, not that I ever go to a kebab shop, and then I just use a knife to open it up. Just gently put the knife down there, try not to get the go into the other side. I'm trying not to go through the other side. So I'll open that up with the right pocket in here, and that will go like so. Now we're just waiting for the chicken. Okay, now the chicken's been in for 20 minutes. I'm just going to check him now, take him out. And you can just test to see if it's cooked all the way through. And if you're happy with it, you can actually use a probe. You want to get it up to at least 72 degrees on the inside. But I don't have a probe here, and I'm sure, well, you might have one at home. But what we'll do is, there you go. There's our pita. Okay. Okay, there's your lovely kebab, and you put that in like so, and let people open up, or let people take it off the skewer themselves. Well, here you have it, a lovely chicken kebab with vegetables and a nice bit of salad, and you have a lovely rice and pea accompaniment. There you have it. That is one substantial meal. It's most probably enough for 2 people, but you can see the size of those kebabs there. That was about 80 cents worth of chicken, and the rest, how much would you pay in a restaurant for that? And I've just put it in the pocket there. If you want to, you let people take this out themselves, and how you take it off the skewer is you get a fork, you put it at that end, and you pull. All right, now I'm not going to do that. That's my tea for tonight. Listen, folks, you take care, and I'll see you all next week. Last week. Bye-bye.